It's a great day in Lakerland.
I was gonna say.
It's a great day in Lakerland.
Yeah, because opening night, we got Clippers versus Lakers, and somebody is going to spoil somebody else's ring party that night.
Skip.
Just be careful.
Skip, I don't know. How do you spoil somebody? I don't care. If I'm getting married, I don't care what somebody does. You can't ruin that day. You can't ruin it. You can argue. You don't do it. I hate her. I hate his family. It doesn't matter. Me and her, we together forever.
You can take the L on opening night.
Just watch that thing come down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. The first thing I said to Shannon as we were walking to the set, it's a good day to be a Lakers fan, and he's going to be feeling it all day because the King is staying in L.A. The Lakers signed LeBron James to a 2-year, $85 million extension, which means LeBron won't be a free agent again until 2023. And in addition, just this morning, the Lakers are finalizing a 5-year, $190 million deal to keep Anthony Davis in a Laker uniform as well. So, Shannon, was the LeBron extension a smart move for the Lakers?
Absolutely. And Skip, the one thing that I think around the league and is without a doubt, without question, is that the Lakers take care of their great players. And this is why you have a lot of the all-time greats coming to play for the Lakers. It started with Wilt. That started with another team and came here. Kareem, Shaq, now LeBron. And in between, you had Bob McAdoo, you had Michael Thompson. Some of the historically great players have chosen to play for the Lakers, although they weren't drafted by the Lakers, because these are the things that they do. And this is the same thing that they did with Kobe. Skip, you remember his last 2 years? I think he signed a 2-year extension for $48 million. And people are like, oh, my God, why would you do that? They say, for everything that Kobe's done for us, this is the least we can do. But, Skip, when you look at LeBron and what he's been able to do and how he's been able to stave off Father Time and how he's been able to avoid the injury bug, with the exception of a year and a half ago, that groin injury, he's been relatively healthy. He hadn't had the joint and the muscle injuries that a lot of people have had, a lot of players have suffered, even later in their career. So, for me, Skip, this was a no-brainer. LeBron said that when he came to the Lakers, this was the last stop before Cucamonga. In other words, Skip, this is the train stopping in Lakerland. It ain't going nowhere else.
Where's Cucamonga?
You know where it is, right? I don't exactly know what Cucamonga is, but
I'm not sure LeBron is headed there either.
But Skip, you know, look, at the end of this contract, LeBron will be 39 years of age, and I think at that point in time, he'll probably be the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, and then he'll weigh his options. Okay, what do I do now? Where do I want to go? Do I want to continue to play? How am I playing? Because I think it's hard, Skip, when you've been a great player like LeBron for such a long time, can you see yourself averaging 10, 15 points a game? I don't see that for him, and that's one of the things Kobe said, like, man, I can't go, hey, I'm done. I can't be averaging 17 one night. Yeah, I can have the occasional 30-point, have the occasional game where y'all remember, man, that's Kobe. But so for me, Skip, I think it's a no-brainer that they went ahead and did this because, like, the fourth year was an option. You tear the option up, you go ahead and guarantee it. So $85 million, that's a small little consolation, Skip. What is LeBron James? What is LeBron James actually worth?
Wow.
If you, Skip, let me ask you a question. If you would pay a man $40 million, what is he actually worth? Because you're not turning, you're not losing any money. That's the one thing I know about in business. You ain't trying to lose no money. So if you give a man $40 million, that means you turning a profit somehow, some way. Now, when you start getting these people back in these buildings, the vaccine's about to come out. They're going to be able to put people back in these buildings. Staples sold out again all the time. So for the next 3 years, guess what?
No, you're counting.
We got coming up there, yeah. Yeah.
There's a guy in Brooklyn who might have something to say about that.
What about it? Well, we got something to say about it, too.
Okay, my turn. I was shocked by this announcement.
Shocked that they did it or he did it? LeBron?
That he did it.
Oh, okay.
All of a sudden, it's the beginning of the end to me. All of a sudden, I see LeBron's exit strategy, and truly, from my heart, it made me a little sad because it looked like you can see the end of the tunnel. You can see that he opted for security. He now has 3 years of high-paid security, and it felt like the beginning of the end, that as he approaches 40, he's going to be done with this. And he wants to end it here as a Laker. Don't have any issue with that, for sure.
Yeah.
But even Brian Windhorst, who's covered his career for years on ESPN, said this morning, or the overnight Sports Center, that he was very surprised because LeBron opted for security. Remember, after this coming year, he could have gone free agent again.
And do what? And go where?
I don't know. I mean, you could go to the highest bidder. You could join forces with somebody else
Are you
elsewhere.
happy? If you're happy there, going to the highest bidder doesn't make any sense. If I'm happy here, Skip.
Okay, or you can squeeze the Lakers just a little bit harder if you want to do that. And again, he got great money. He got huge money, but he could have pushed a little harder, just a little harder if he'd wanted to.
What?
But then you have to play the field. And it just looked like, I'm good. This is where I want to go. And he is on pace, I'm going to knock on wood for him, given health, to, as you point out, to become the all-time leading scorer in that final year of this deal.
Correct.
It's probably going to take that.
Yeah.
And again, it's definitely going to take it because health is going to become an increasing issue for him as he approaches 40.
Well, and plus the fact, Skip, you know, you miss what, 15, 20 games. This year they cut down, you cut down another 10 games. So you
never know.
You're running out of games here.
Okay, I got it. So it was shocking to me to sit back and think, man, what would the NBA world be without LeBron James? I always tell you, he's the most interesting man in the world. How many words have we spoken, excuse me, about LeBron James on this show since we started in 2016? 9 billion.
Yeah.
Because it's always something with LeBron. Even win, lose, or draw, sometimes the outcome of his games don't matter because there's always a subplot.
A storyline there.
There's always a sideshow going on in LeBron's life somewhere. It's either soap opera or it's just legitimate big news that seems to swirl around him. That's not always his doing. He's just one of those guys who was born hot. You know, like there's always... He has a force field around him that creates a dynamic of stories. And man, if he does go away, if he segues into a second career and he's got all kinds of options.